On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Blacks and whites working together, and there's no like me against you, this against that, this, that, and the third, woo woo. Now, in Chicago, it's funny, and the reason why I was rushing and choking and burning rubber and huffing and puffing to try and get in here.
You listen to this.
There was somebody that asked me, like, what do you do for your community? It was a young blood. Asked, what do you do for your community? And I thought about getting into this dick measuring contest with him about what I do for my community. But then the biggest thing that I thought about is, like, I looked in my closet. Every mother-loving thing that I own in my closet is Black owned. That's the biggest thing that I could do for my community, is make this dollar circulate. I specifically seek out Black businesses. I specifically seek out people that look like me, that would employ people that look like me, to empower people that look like me, so that we can empower our community to get to the next level. That's what it's about. Same thing is happening in Atlanta.
Do with the fact that I have to get rid of money in order to not give it to the federal government. I don't care nothing about these shoes. I don't care nothing about Yeezy. I don't care nothing about what, I don't even wear Jordans at all. It's all about the way in which I have to get rid of money in order to not give it to the federal government. And like I said, it comes back to your lack of understanding when it comes to understanding how business works versus thinking that somebody is falling for a marketing shtick, because I don't walk around with Jordans on my feet. Never have, pretty nice never, when I saw you. Never have, never will. And the point is that you don't know nothing about what you're talking about right now.
You had some pretty nice shoes on, a nice little polo shirt. I don't know what, well, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Clothes on. When I'm trying to see, like, how could you say that you don't fall for marketing? How could you say that marketing doesn't work on you? Are you really saying
just
that?
Admit that your example fell flat on your face because you didn't know what you was talking about.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
You're trying to
well,
turn
you got on Versace glasses. Come on, bro.
Why do I do that? Ask yourself. See, before y'all make a statement and y'all look stupid as hell, why do I do that?
You do that.
Ask yourself why I do it.
I'm answered. Last time I asked you about this, when you was on a different point, you said something because it's dope or something like that. So if it's dope, then guess what? Nobody is throwing you under the nobody's pushing you on there. But you can't say I got all these joints in my back because it gonna hold value. But them Versace says and a Porsche, it's not gonna hold value.
Again, if you understand how money works and business work, I have to get rid of the money or the federal government is going to take it. Everything I do,
it's for write-off.
Please let me talk. Okay, what the fuck?
You don't have to use it for Jordans. Donate
okay, I'm gonna let you.
Come on, one at a time. One at a time.
If you don't care about marketing and you don't care,
they have no idea. You guys are so behind.
Then I'll believe
so behind the 8 ball. You have no idea. No idea whatsoever on how it is that you need to move from a business perspective. And I can tell by your assumptions and lack of questions. Now, if you really wanted to know how to move a little bit differently so that you wouldn't have to pay more taxes than I do, even though I make a ton more money, it's a different conversation. A completely different conversation.
Subscribe to the Patreon, y'all. See that marketing?
Yeah, you need to get into Patreon. That way you can get.
All right, really go ahead.
Using the marketing.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Really got the final point. Really got the final point. We're moving on.
I'll say this to answer the question flat out: does labeling your business as a Black business, does it hurt business or whatever? No. Especially if you're saying I'm in a niche market and I'm comfortable. Now, if you're trying to scale. And so here's the deal.
They actually think that the Versace robes that they got for Christmas wasn't a write-off.
No.
Was that marketing too?
I disagree with that. I know exactly what you're doing.
Was that marketing too?
Hold on, Kay. Hold on, Kay.
You need to go and talk to my accountant and see what that is.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Hold on, because I'm answering the question.
If you know, you know. You have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, we gotta let Rilla cook. Y'all. Come on.
No, I ain't cooking. I'm simmering. But I apologize. I came in late. I work a real 9 to 5, and I got caught up in some business, so it is what it is. But does labeling your business Black owned hurt or help? I work for a company, honestly. And JR, please give me grace on this one. I work for a company, honestly, that at the height of everything that was going on, we could have asked this company for whatever we wanted. We could have said we need more people at the executive level. We need more people at this level. We need pay increases. We need this, we need that. You know what them jokers said? We want to wear Black Lives Matter t-shirts. And they was offended that they couldn't wear. Still bugs me out to this day. That's one part. So my objective is to get everything I can about this company, since this company has dedicated a percentage of what they can do for Black people. However, the city that I'm in and the cities that I've traveled in, and I often talk about this, and I know people get tired of me talking about it, and I'm unk now and I'm old and all this other stuff. Cool. But my time in Detroit, I specifically sought out Black businesses that I could patronize and make that dollar circulate. Listen, Anton, it's no slight to you, bro, because I spent money with other people as well. Obviously, I had to, but I specifically sought out where I could make my dollar circulate. When I went to Dilla's Donuts, that was for a specific purpose. When I went to, I think you said it, Beans and Cornbread or whatever, that was for a specific purpose. When I shop at Burn Rubber, like, yeah, but then I also shopped at, Detroit Grooming and so on and so forth. Detroit is a different beast, and I think that's one thing that y'all may not understand about Detroit and Anton's experience. And I'm not trying to make excuse for Anton, because I do want to bring it back to my experience. Detroit is a different beast, man. It's not, when you in Detroit, it's not black and white, man. It's if you're poor, you're poor. If you're middle class, you're middle class. If you're rich, you're rich. And only when you get to the rich level do you even start to see, and Anton may disagree with me. I don't, whatever. You're going to see racial disparities when you get to the rich level. But if you are, go back and watch 8 Mile. They tell you right there, that whole B-Rabbit experience, that's real. It's blacks and whites working together, and there's no like me against you, this against that, this, that, and the third, wooty woo. Now, in Chicago, it's funny, and the reason why I was rushing and choking and burning rubber and huffing and puffing to try and get in here.
You listen to this.
There was somebody that asked me, like, what do you do for your community? It was a young blood. Asked, what do you do for your community? And I thought about getting into this dick measuring contest with him about what I do for my community. But then the biggest thing that I thought about is, like, I looked in my closet. Every mother-loving thing that I own in my closet is Black owned. That's the biggest thing that I could do for my community, is make this dollar circulate. I specifically seek out Black businesses. I specifically seek out people that look like me, that would employ people that look like me, to empower people that look like me, so that we can empower our community to get to the next level. That's what it's about. Same thing is happening in Atlanta.